Hi everyone, and welcome to my overview of the Theorist Grid assignment. This is a group assignment and I've set those groups up. You can access your group using the Groups tab on the gold colored bar on the far left side of your Canvas container, also known as the Global Navigation bar. In this group, or in this assignment, groups will create a matrix where they will record some details about the different bodies of theory we discussed throughout the quarter. As with most grids or matrices, I imagine on the left, you'll have a column with a list of names, and on the top, a row of a series of questions, or vice versa, however you choose to organize it. It will be up to your group to decide what the most vital things to know about any series of theories are, and you'll simply fill it in together. Over time, you may decide to add slightly different questions about the theories, but the point is to have the notes that you'll utilize in your final paper, and that will help compare and contrast the theories with one another. Some of the questions you might want to consider are: what worldview is influencing this theory? What key thinkers influence this theory? Why are they important? What does this theory think the role of communication is in society? What is the role of individuals? What does this theory say about human agency or our ability to act in the world? And what do the theories have to say about social structures? That should give you a start. That's just some ideas. But the point is that as a group, you'll come up with a series of questions that is interesting or important to you. The Baran and Davis Chapter 1 offers some really good tips for you that you may want to think about. For instance, on page 10, they discuss goals, ontology, epistemology, and axiology. And on page 18, they list questions to ask when evaluating theory. Feel free to draw on these resources in whatever way is helpful to you or your group. So to the logistics of how all this will work. You've each been assigned to a group. It's up to you all to establish an operating agreement or group norms that govern your interactions with one another. Ask yourselves, what does successful collaboration mean to you? What tools will you use to collaborate with one another? What tools will you use to meet, if you choose to meet? Remember that all DU students have access to Office 365, a document sharing tool, if you want to use that. You will also have access to Zoom for virtual meetings, which I have found helpful in my own experience. And you can always use the built-in Canvas tool in groups, including creating your own discussion threads and content pages. Later on in the quarter, each group will share its grid with the other groups to see what and how your peers have been thinking. And then finally, at the end of the quarter, you'll evaluate your group mates and use the collaboration rubric to assess their contributions to the grid. I don't know about you, but I've often been asked to work in groups of colleagues not of my own choosing at work. Honestly, it's part of my daily life in advertising and communications, working with teams that shift constantly. And teams that are not always put together by me, but that I'm added to. We often approach issues from very different perspectives. Sometimes it's enlightening, other times frustrating, but no matter what, it's important to build skills around group work, norm setting, and looking for ways to learn from and hold each other accountable. So beyond enhancing the theoretical knowledge, I really hope that you'll find this valuable as a real-world applicable exercise. If you have questions, please post them on the Q&A board, and I hope you all have fun getting to know your classmates better this quarter.